Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Freeman. And some room to work. Freeman with a fast feet. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This is Freeman on first and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Go.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Lock in.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run?
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, Griffin looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gotta go. Hey, gotta go. Lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Come on, gotta go. Lock in. gotta go, gotta go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On the run, it's McNichols. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Gotta go, gotta go. Lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Move. Hey, gotta go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Gotta go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Griffin. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is RG3. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth. Down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Trubisky on first down. He'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now back out comes the offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, give people a life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On second down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on here to punt it away. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Falcons now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
18.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lock in. Gotta go.
Here's Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Red, hey, gotta go. Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. He'll air it out deep for top. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime now with a visiting. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourselves.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Go ahead.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Freeman. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
This is Freeman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. He finds Braid. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Flag! 11. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First target, first catch at a first down. Garoppolo, 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory.
When you see a receiver running a curl route, as a defender, you take your eyes and direct them towards that body, and you try and drive upfield on him. But if you're not careful, he'll make that little fake and then go past you, and that's exactly what he did on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Lock in.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They go play action. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick. of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Wait.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against him.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Garoppolo now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get it this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Come on, gotta go. 18. Hey, gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down. Or
That's caught at the 25. And a huge play that time. 58 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They begin with a run by Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lock in, lock in.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now here's whistles and another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Falcons send out their punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights I